welcome to the Not Done Yet Movement podcast. And this is the month of confidence. And thank you. We have some really good themes that we are working off of because these are things that really mean something to people, right? And it means something different to different people. So we have Mehnaz here with us today, and she and I have a special relationship.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting you at an event. It was at RCG's house years ago. It was a
Sahur night.
It was Sahur for just for women.
Yeah.
Right? And we started talking and sharing, and I think I was working on a book at the time.
Yes. And it was just like we were meant to meet.
We were meant to meet.
Yeah.
It was fate. Like so many things, I believe. So you are an amazing woman.
Aww.
No, I believe that. No, you are. You are an amazing woman. And so I think that this month of confidence, it was important to bring you in because you've done something that many women want to do. And that was to take the leap and start a business.
Yeah.
And it takes confidence to do that. Yeah. So we're going to ask you a few questions that I think will enlighten me and support so many others.
Great.
You ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm ready.
Okay. You sure?
100%.
Okay. All right. So you began your career as an accountant.
Yes.
And what gave you confidence to leave that path and follow your passion for publishing?
Yeah. It sounds weird, doesn't it? But in all honesty, it wasn't a direct leap from chartered accountancy to publishing. It was more of a winding, twisty pathway with little steps that made me move towards things that I was more passionate about and that I felt would bring a change. So obviously chartered accountancy was something that I did like straight out of school. I was in auditing and company accountancy. Like it was amazing. The opportunity was great. The responsibilities were great. But the biggest pivotal moment was motherhood.
Yeah.
And once I became a mom, I couldn't find myself going back to that sort of setting, like a 9-to-5 setting at the time. And I was looking for opportunities that would challenge me both creatively and with utilizing my time in a way that I could spend time with my family. Like I kept asking, like, what's going to fulfill me and what's going to challenge me in equal ways. And I did a different number of things. One of them was I started a baking business with my sisters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we, I think it wasn't very popular at the time. This was back in 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
We were doing cakes for orders, for catering for events, just desserts and decorative cakes, and learning on the go because we wouldn't get ingredients that easily then. And we did it for a couple of years and I loved it, but again, it was quite time consuming. And then I had to spend time with my daughter. And coincidentally, that's how I met my current business partner, Sadia, at a play group that she had organized and I had taken my daughter to. And something about the way she held these play groups really appealed to me. And then I joined her to conduct these play groups. And that's how we published our first book.
Wow.
Yeah. It was something that we wanted for our kids. We couldn't find it in the bookstores. We couldn't find anyone else who would do something like that. And we had an idea. We approached publishing companies around the world. They rejected us because they're like, who are these two women who just want to publish a book? So then we said, why not?
What was the book about?
We're just gonna do it. It was a kids' Ramadan journal.
Oh.
So something that they could. It had activities, like puzzles, mazes, and things to fill out. You could journal with your pictures, like a scrapbook sort of thing. And we were like, okay, let's figure out how to do it ourselves. And that was an entire journey, learning how to publish the book right from designing and creating it to finding out how to do it legally in UAE to placing it in a bookstore in the UAE.
That's fantastic.
So it was a slow, organic shift.
I love that.
With purposeful actions at every step, I would say.
I love that. And it's interesting because it takes confidence to be able to do what you did, because you shifted, you continued to shift, right? So you met failure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
It didn't turn out the way you had expected.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so you did not win. You weren't successful with that business, but you said, okay, I'm not going to let that slow me down. So what do you think it is within you that allowed you to say, okay, it wasn't that, I'm okay with that. You don't stay down, but you continue to move forward.
Yeah. So there's two aspects of my personality I think that I want to bring here. One is I'm an oldest daughter, the one that, the responsible one, the one who always makes the right choices, and the responsible choices, and does the right thing, and had the good grades and stuff. And the other thing was, I kind of leaped into every part of my life quite early on. I got married around 19.
Okay.
And I had started working for 2 years then, straight out of school. And I had my daughter when I was 22. And was I ready to do any of these things fully?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I think my attitude has always been that, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go and see how it feels. I'm going to test the waters and then dive right in and then see. And then find out that, okay, it's not half bad.
Okay.
It's good. So this has been my attitude towards pretty much everything in life. And I'm always one who wants change, and I feel stuck when I'm in a monotonous routine. So even my motherhood, for the first 3 years, being only her carer, as fulfilling as it was, I felt like I was losing. Like
yourself.
I need something more to to be a better mother,
right?
So that I could come back and give her more. So that's always been my thing, to try out new things and see where it goes, and not go in with the expectations that, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do something big.
Yeah.
It's always been, I'm gonna give this a go and see where it takes me.
And then when it turns out to be big,
yeah.
Like, yay, icing on top of the cake.
Exactly.
Okay, so many women have an idea they believe in, but never act on it. I've had so many. But what gave you the courage to start?
I think, like I said, it was never about small changes helps. I think that's what prevents a lot of us from going big or making a huge change.
But you made a huge change because you stopped doing what you were trained to do. That's big. That's not a small
The thing
change.
is, it comes around because I'm still taking care of accounts for my business. So it comes around. And I think for me, it did translate to, I had moved away from the original passion that I had started with in accounts, and even before setting up the company, like with our personal journey of creating the book, and then we ended up speaking to other people who wanted to create books for themselves, and we ended up helping them publish them even before we had set up the publishing company. So then it felt like a natural step that, okay, this is completely what we're doing. So I think even before you make the change, test the waters a little bit. You can have your minimum viable product without any investment, without any major change. Just see how, like, people come to us who have ideas for books and say, oh, you know what, I've written something. I read it out to a group of my friends, and I didn't tell them it was me who wrote it, and asked them what they thought of it. So this is how you do things, and just go with an idea, get your girlfriends together and see what they think, because nobody can encourage you better than
your village.
Your village. So
it's funny because when you're saying that, well, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yay, and very
Yeah.
extroverted. And apparently I come across very sure of myself. But there are areas where I'm a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And we all know that cooking is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm in this food arena, but
Yeah.
cooking, I hate to share my food because it's like me sharing a piece of me.
Exactly.
My writing is the same thing. And I don't know, have you found that women or anybody that writes a book, that this is the place where they feel very vulnerable, that just like you said, the person did not tell her friends that she wrote it,
Yeah.
because it's a piece, it's like art,
Yeah.
right?
And it is a personality thing, because we've had both experiences. There's some people who want to say the truth for what it is and own that, saying that, this is my this is where I take ownership of and my power. I show my power in showing that this is my writing, this is my story. Whereas others, they're hesitant because they feel like, I don't want to expose that side of me. I still want to keep it to myself. It's quite private, but I still want to share my writing.
Yeah.
So, and you can see, especially in the journey of publishing, you can see how attached people can get with their writing. And you have to be quite sensitive to how you approach editing it,
Yes.
or suggesting like what fits the bill, because people can get like, oh no,
It's
but
my
I really like
baby.
this. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think with anything in a business, not just publishing, you have an idea, but you have to be open to professional support.
Yeah.
And take it where you get it, and be able to mold yourself based on that expertise. And that has helped us a great deal, because we were just two moms who decided to do something for our kids. Ultimately, I think that is still our goal. We want to leave a legacy.
Right.
We want something for the community and for the nation and
That's beautiful.
for the future. And it does govern the big decisions that we make, and sometimes even the small ones.
Right.
And this is how we communicate with the other women who come to us. With a lot of women who write stories, they're the same. It's coming from a point of selflessness.
Yeah.
They want to do it for their village, for their child, for their family. And we kind of help them align their long-term goals with the product in front of them, because there's so much emotion that has gone into producing a piece of work that it's hard to then go and poke holes in it and tell them
right?
that this is what's good.
So last time I was with you and your partner, we had a really wonderful conversation about things that you were looking to do and wanting to do, and the impact that you want to make. And she actually said to me, I think after you left, she was like, Valerie, I want to read what you've written. I've written a lot for a long time. And I went back to look at what I've written, and I've started playing with it again. I've actually stressed myself out so much, like I get headaches at night. It's enjoyable, like I want to do it, and but it's me revisiting parts of my life.
Yes.
And it's challenging.
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh my gosh, is it good enough for anybody else to read? Do I want anybody else to read it? I mean, there's a lot. So I think your job is also not just being a publisher as in the fact of what we think, but also being a therapist and a support and a mentor, and
Okay. This is, I don't know, I think you're the third person in the last couple of weeks that have said this, that, oh my God, I think we're going to have like a whole therapy session just talking about the book. Because yes, writing is emotional.
Yeah.
I think this is something that we are trying to work on, to have a workshop called Write to Heal, because we've found it personally so effective. And even if you're writing like a children's comic book or something about history, anything, it can get emotional because it's a piece of you and what you're trying to discover. And especially UAE being what it is, we have so many people coming from different places. We have such a rich history of coming together and working with each other and building this community. And I think we barely scratched the surface with this, right? So these are the stories that we want to tell, and we want to encourage people to share. And
it takes real confidence though to write. period.
Yeah.
It takes real, seriously, it takes real confidence to write, right? And then it
Yes.
takes real confidence and courage to put it out there in the world.
100%.
Yeah. And before I go any further, you just were explaining to me before we started the name of your publishing company. As long as I've known you, I've never actually said it out loud.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to say it. Do I know how? But I think it's beautiful what it signifies. Could you just
yeah.
tell us?
So, Uhibook,
Uhibook.
that's the name.
Uhibook.
Yes.
I said it correctly?
Yes.
Uhibook.
That's it. So it comes from the Arabic phrase Uhibook itself, which means I love you. Like if you want to go tell someone you love them, that's what you use, Uhibook. But we've kind of made a play on the words to kind of mean I love books.
Yeah.
So we're bringing both together, and something that's amazing and also kind of funny. Whenever we have to save contacts in our phones, we write Uhib Valerie, for example. So it means I love Valerie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
love
that's
that.
yeah. So that's our whole idea, that our love for books and our love for people who are writing stories,
That's beautiful.
and yeah, that's what we hope
I
to
love
do.
it. I love it. I'm sorry. I've gotten off of. Let me go back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have there been moments you doubted yourself?
Of course, I think imposter syndrome is such a thing for women, especially, and I think in the initial phases, because we started off organically, taking small steps, I think we realized that we were underselling ourselves a lot when we were talking to people, and then I think what helped was to kind of write down stuff that we've done and to see what all we've achieved, where all we've been, and then you look at it and like, oh my god, we did all that. And but yes, doubts do creep in, especially when you're hit with things that are out of your control. Like we had COVID, then we had like economic challenges and global events that impacted us. And every time something's happened, we have to take a moment to pause, think, reflect, and maybe pivot a little bit to see what's needed at that moment. And every time you do this, you kind of think, oh my goodness, like what if I'm going the wrong direction? Like, do I take the red pill or the blue pill?
Right.
Like which, but again, pausing to see where you've come from and how far you've gotten, really celebrating the progresses, that helps to keep going forward. And every time we're at these moments, we kind of think like, is there a way we consider ourselves stopping doing this? And we've never felt that, no, I can't stop now. I still have so much more.
You're not done yet.
Yes, we're not done yet.
Gotta always throw that in there. Yes, we're not done yet.
Yes.
I think something you said is super important. A lot of things you said are super important, but the idea of underselling ourselves, and that you sat down and you wrote down what you had accomplished, what you had done, which is really important. And it's a really good tip, because imposter syndrome is real.
Yes.
It is so real. And we do undersell ourselves.
Yeah.
And for me, just leaving what I was doing before in my previous life and coming now and understanding your value, understanding what you're bringing to the table, understanding what you're offering, is really challenging and difficult.
Yeah.
Because people are telling me what I should be getting now and what I should be receiving and who I am, and I'm like, wait,
why?
Exactly.
What did I do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Why should I be commanding or demanding this amount from people? And then when people offer me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, really? Me? So kudos to you for finding a way to do that and move forward. Okay, all right. I know I'm talking a lot, so we need to move on, because there are so many important things that I want to get from you. You describe your work as publishing for impact.
Yeah.
How important is it to have confidence to stand for something bigger than yourself?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was always about doing this for our kids, for our community, for our family. It started off as something that we were doing for the sake of others, Yeah, so I think this goes for most businesses that women start. It's always done to fulfill a need that they see around them,
Right.
and that not just benefits themselves but benefits others too,
Right.
right? And so with us specifically, with our journey in publishing the first book, we kind of saw ourselves carving out this niche, and when we did it, we realized it's not a niche, it's just an underrepresented
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
Like, I remember having the first exchange of emails with big publishing houses saying that we started with a genre for children's Islamic lifestyle books, stories, but now we do everything. And this was something very specific that that people rejected us, saying that, oh, it's too niche.
Yeah.
There's no market that exists for this. But the very next year, Simon & Schuster came out with their imprint called Salam Reads, which served this exact niche.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that was just case in point.
Yes.
And then even looking at the books you see available in UAE, we've always looked for where are the stories from the UAE told by the people in the UAE, where's the history of the UAE, where's the stories of the people, stories of the land, stories of the leaders. There's so much that exists, and it's rarely accessible to you and me. And we realized that this is where there's a huge gap, and this is what we have to try and do ourselves, because we're the best people to tell our own story.
Beautiful.
If not,
Right.
someone else is going to tell it for us.
Right.
And
It
they
won't
may
be
not
the same.
understand it,
Exactly. It
and
won't
it's
be
not
the
going to
same.
be the same.
Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to mobilize now by creating impact, like using literature and publishing and books as a vehicle for social change, social impact, and also using stories from the region as cultural diplomacy. And you'd know better about that, right?
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the big impact that we want to create.
I love it. And you're not done yet.
Definitely not. Like you were talking about confidence, and I think confidence isn't about, oh, you know what, I'm so good at this, I'm just going to do it. It is recognizing your doubts and then overcoming them and taking the little steps. That's going to be my motto for today's podcast. Yeah, taking small steps towards towards positive change, towards where you want to be, and then confidence is going to come naturally. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for instructing us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for opening us up. And Uhibook. Uhibook.
Yes.
Thank you, Mehnaz. Not Done Yet Movement Podcast. Uhibook. Bye.